What if I told you the loudest man in the room is usually the weakest? What if the need to intimidate, to dominate, and to silence someone isn't actually strength, it's insecurity exposed? Today, I'll break down a 5-level framework you'll definitely need to know in order to master the rarest masculine superpower most men never develop, but gentlemen do. That rare superpower is presence. Not charisma, not aggression, not status, it's presence. Now make sure you stay to the end on this one, because if you miss level 5, everything else collapses and you'll never master your gentleman presence. Let's get into it. Hey folks, Rarest and Shines here with the League of Prestigious Gentlemen. I want to thank you all for watching this video. Now let's dive into what we are talking about today. We are talking about a rare superpower that most men never develop. It's called presence. Now what's so unique about this one, I want you to fine tune your ear to what I'm about to say. What's so unique about this superpower is that it is actually developed in silence. Yep, you heard me right, it's developed in silence. So what you'll need to do is fine tune your observation skills, your looking, your seeing, and your hearing in order to really understand how people are responding to you as you're putting this into practice. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. How can you take this particular skill set and utilize this wherever you are, whether you're in a personal arena, the social arena, and especially the professional arena. So if you're a leader and you're managing people, this is a skill set that you definitely want to have in play. So let's get into it. Take a look at this graphic right here. This is the Gentleman Presence Framework. It's a 5-level model for building this calm authority, this silent command. And this is important to develop as a gentleman, because when you start really focusing on what it is in order to facilitate your leadership skills, presence is a real key skill set to have. Not to make people fearful of you, but to have a respect and reverence for you. And this takes practice. Like any other skill set, you have to fine tune your mindset in order to put this into practice. Now level 5, remember I want you to stay to level 5, because level 5 is the most profound one that you're going to need to operate into at every single moment, all right? It's that important. So let's go through each level one by one, working our way down to level 5. Here we go. Level 1 is internal command, your self-control. You have to be able to understand how to control yourself. Now control yourself before you control a room. This is the base layer. Without internal order, external authority is unstable. Remember that. Take a look at that one, dive into it a little bit more, and really understand, wrap your brain around what that really means. It means that this internal resolve has to happen first, so that you can control the external components, the environment. Yeah, you'll be able to control the environment, but you have to have organization, strategy. You have to have the mindset, excuse me, you have to have the mindset of understanding that if you are out of control, your energy also will make other things and other people out of control. Yes, it's that important. Presence is this massive amount of energy that is observed by other people and felt more so than by other people in order to position themselves in the right manner towards you, wherever you are. And you can have this reverence and this presence from your children. You can have it in the social arena if you're out with your friends, or if you're out in any sort of, say, networking environment, if you're a business professional. But you can also utilize this, and you must utilize this in front of other people, like, say, for instance, women. Yeah, that's right, women respond to presence. Most people, men and women, respond to presence, but if you're the guy who's out there dating, if you're the guy who's out there and you're around other people because you're trying to find your significant other, women will definitely respond to your presence. It's one of the more powerful authority figures without you saying a single word. It's that important, and it's also that strong once you develop it. Let's look at level number 2. Level 2 is physical authority. How do you occupy your space? Occupy space deliberately. Your body speaks before you do. Understanding that your pace, understanding that your posture will also represents your presence. This is the 9 types of nonverbal communication in action, minus 1, and we'll talk about that one in the next slide. 9 types of nonverbal communication. Understand that your facial expression can give someone an opportunity to feel your presence. It's not that you have to be stoic, it's not that you have to be mean, because there are times, especially in the social area, where the positive facial expressions, a smile, is going to do way more for you than being stoic. Most people think that it's about looking unintended for it from an emotional standpoint. It's not about that. It's understanding how to properly utilize, along with the other types of nonverbal communication, so your body tells a sentence. It speaks, but it speaks with different types of nonverbal communication that give someone that understanding of your silent authority, your cool command, your calm. This is what presence is all about. So your body speaks before you do. As soon as you walk into a room, here's what people do. They look you up, down, and back up. Because your appearance shows first, before you open your mouth. And appearance has a lot to do with magnifying your presence. Because if you're the type of guy that comes into the room and you blend in, you're not going to stand out from the crowd. It's the guy who may change a little bit something about his dress, wear something unique, like an ascot, but most people don't, or a bow tie, or something, just something unique, maybe a slightly different color, a brighter color, whatever that may be, that is definitely standing this person out or separating this person from the others in the room. So you have to have this physical authority. The physical, meaning what you dress, what you put on, even some of your accoutrements, but also the body language, the pace, your gait and how you walk, your posture. Are your shoulders back or are they look forward? Is your head down or is your head up? All these things matter in order to have the proper physical authority that we should have when we're mastering this presence. Let's look at level number 3. Level number 3, vocal weight. Now remember, I told you that there's one pillar in the 9 types of nonverbal communication that is executed here. It's the speak with intention. Your voice either reinforces your authority or it erodes it. Do understand that. So what is that nonverbal communication pillar we're talking about? It's paralinguistics. This is the non-lexical part that is on top of your words. The speed, the pitch, the volume, the inflection, that's what we're talking about. The 9 types of nonverbal communication with this one pillar here, paralinguistics. Your voice has to carry a certain tone. Your voice has to carry a certain weight. Most people that have a high voice, especially men, a high-pitched voice, don't have that presence. But you can change your voice, and one can change his voice in order to make it even deeper by practicing certain vocal exercises. It's very unique, but this is something that you must have, and this also involves deliberate speech, not utilizing ums, ahs, you know what I mean, and all these filler words and low power phrases. I might be able to, perhaps, maybe, if the stars align, that kind of talk. No, you can't talk like that. You have to have a vocal weight that carries your message deliberately, intentionally, and directly to your audience, whoever's listening, whether it's one person or whether it's many. And again, it doesn't have to be derogatory. It's not about being mean or having an over exuded tone to where people are offended. No. This is about understanding how to utilize, even with charisma, your voice in order to position yourself as and maintain the leadership position. Having that presence, the vocal weight, very, very powerful when you master it. Let's look at number 4. Social intelligence. Read the room, lead the energy. Presence without awareness becomes arrogance. So when you walk into a room, remember, people are going to look you up and down, and then they're going to look at the facial expressions, how you are when you're walking through the room. They're going to look and see if you're making eye contact. They're going to look at you, scan you. Yes, so if you don't want the attention, don't develop presence. They're going to look at you, they're going to scan you, and then they're going to start making some ideas and perceptions in their head about you. It's A-okay. We can't tell them what to think, but we can influence it by our presence. So this is why the gait, your posture, your position, your pace when you walk in is extremely importante. Okay? So making sure that you understand how to read the room. Now here's one thing that should shift when you walk into the room. The room should shift to you, you don't shift to the room. I see it all the time when someone walks into a room and the next you know they're more of the energy of the room, where they don't understand how to switch that and actually command the room without saying any word, or command the room without making some sort of overextended gesture in order to get people's attention. No, it's not about that. It's about how you're projecting the information that you are saying non-verbally. So this is also piecing this together with the previous three. You're going to start exposing yourself to the room in a proper way to maintain the presence. Now remember, I told you level 5. If you didn't master this one, this is where it all collapses. So let's look at level 5 right now. Here we have consistent execution. This is important, to execute. You live the code, and you live the code daily. Presence is built through disciplined repetition. Let that settle in for a moment. Disciplined repetition. There are 6 strategies of execution, and we have to execute every day. And you want to get this so powerful in you that it becomes more like breathing or your heartbeat. It's an involuntary action. And the thing about it, once you get there, you get this in the fibers of your muscles, you get this in all the way down to the cellular level. It's not something that you have to continuously practice once you master it. It's just always on. It's part of your identity now. It's part of who you are. You have developed a presence, and yes, it's that strong. I very vividly remember this one guy. I won't say his name, but he worked at Space Systems Loral. I had to be in my early 20s. And this guy had such a presence. He was the big boss man over the group. And when he came down to our lab area, our MUX lab area, man, he had presence. He was looked like he's a big corn-fed guy too, but his presence had weight. He walked in the room. In the business arena, we call it gravitas. But he had that presence, he had that gravitas, and you could just feel this executive weight. It had nothing to do with his title. Yes, he was the big boss man, as I stated, but I tell you, the presence, the energy you felt, this weight that you felt, everyone in the room just shifted when he walked in. It was amazing. And I looked at that and I said, wow, this guy has something that, what is that? In my early 20s, I didn't really understand what that was. Now I do. Because now I get an opportunity to teach this to other men, and actually women too, in the leadership area. So this one is powerful, but you have to have these 6 strategies of execution every single time you are utilizing this. Speed is one of those. You have to have the accuracy, timing, the power, savviness, and finesse. The last 2 come last when you master it. Now this isn't about, you can have speed and learning by continuously practicing this, but it's not about speed and action when you have presence. It's not about walking faster. It's not about talking faster. I'm talking about your ability to learn this in a quicker fashion by utilizing this every day, living the code. That's what this is all about. And when you get to the point where you can just have this on, you have your presence on at every single waking moment, this is where everything else in your life will start to shift. People will start to just give you that, what we call gentleman treatment. It's amazing when it happens. You definitely get there. So now let's look at this from a broader fashion. Let's look at this from the equation standpoint. There's an equation. Here it is right here. The presence equation is internal command plus physical authority plus vocal weight plus social intelligence plus consistent execution. That equals calm, undeniable presence. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Calm, undeniable presence. Presence is felt. I'll leave you with this. Presence is felt, not heard. Loud men demand attention. Felt men command it naturally. You don't wish for it, you do the work, and over time, people notice without you even trying. Remember, folks, I said this one is developed in silence, so you'll be able to walk into a room and start practicing this presence. It's not that you have to announce anything. People will respond. And one of the opportunities that you want to look for in terms of observation is that people will come over to you and start naturally talking to you. You will become more attractive to men and to women. To men, because you have this presence, they won't understand what it is, but to women, because they actually will be showing interest as well. All right, folks, Here's what I want you to do now. Make sure that you follow us. This is a movement. I want you gentlemen to join the movement. Ladies with sons, I still want you to also pass this information if you had an opportunity to watch this. Be the modern, skillful gentleman. That's what this movement is all about here at LPG. We do have a private Facebook group that's just for men, so men do join that, and we have these conversations that we don't have in public, but we do have them online in a safe space. The other social mediums, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and also the podcast, The Male Viewpoint, those are for anyone that has an opportunity to understand what they want to learn about being more of a gentleman. Ladies, if you're out there dating and you want to understand how to land a gentleman, or you want to know what to look for, this is the place as well. By the way, we just launched a public page on Facebook, so find that page as well, and that one is for men and for women. All right, folks, thank you very much. Thank you for watching this video. Oh, by the way, make sure you like, share, subscribe, because we want this to get out there to other folks. Talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.